Brodes Media.
Connor Brogdon can't throw a strike to save his life. Then when he does, he just lays up a fucking meatball to get crushed. Grand slam. Team is toast. Come on. I was told that this team would be coming out of the gates firing. Yet I just heard Rob Thompson say 5 seconds ago that Gregory Soto was not available to pitch because he threw one pitch yesterday. So they were desperate as hell, and their only two options were Connor Brogdon and Nick Nelson. You deserve this outcome. Now, I'm with everybody else in regards to the offense. Alec Boehm delivers in the first inning, knocks in a couple of runs, and that dude is always there for you. Whenever you need him, when there's runners in scoring position, Alec Boehm is a damn machine, and I have so much faith. I would put my life on the line with Alec Boehm with runners in scoring position. That's how confident I am in him. And it sucks that your offense went completely silent after that because Christopher Sanchez deserved way better from his teammates than what he got. I mean, that dude was unreal today. He was getting swings and misses left and right when the changeup got active. And keep in mind, he had to battle through a little bit of tough times. An India triple to start the game off. And, of course, Brandon Marsh guns him out at home. I don't care how he got to third. Brandon Marsh guns him out at home. You also see Brandon Marsh go lefty-lefty, and you also see Brandon Marsh snag a bag. So stop with this Rojas nonsense who gets picked off over at second base when he pinch runs in the 8th inning for Kyle Schwarber. It's just totally unacceptable. This guy can't do anything. What does he do well? And what does he do that Brandon Marsh can't do? I mean, I'm just telling you, Brandon Marsh is a way better baseball player. Let's not be stupid here. But it seems like since the start of the season, all we have seen has been stupid decisions. Rob Thompson has not managed very well in that first series against Atlanta. A lot of boneheaded mistakes. And I'm not just talking about a lineup. I'm talking about in-game feel. Letting Matt Strahm pitch to Duvall instead of going to Hoffman. I mean, the list goes on with stupidity. But, you know, that's why they're 1-3 now. Yeah, they're 1-3 in their first 4 games. Good thing they got off to a nice hot start to the season while putting such a big emphasis on that before the season began. But seriously, Bryce Harper had a lot of pitches in the 10th to drive out of the ballpark when you're down 6-3 with 2 men on base. My man goes 0 for 5. He hasn't done anything. And I pointed out Jason Stark's piece that he dropped on The Athletic right around the end of spring training. His launch angle was crap. He wasn't hitting any home runs in spring training. And I was told to calm down because it's not the regular season. And I did sort of give him that type of opportunity to prove to me that it's just spring training. Is it timing? Is it the back? Is it a combination of both? Is he super sore now for flying over the railing full speed game 2? And then having an off-day game 3. Well, his timing's not right, yet he has to take off because he has a stiff back, and then he's flying nonchalantly without focusing on the long-term goal and just going balls to the wall. You just can't do that. You got to be smarter with your body at this time of your career, especially when it's game 2. If your timing's off and you're doing stupid things with your body, which is now causing you to not play a game on Sunday against the Braves, I mean, you got to be smarter. It just is what it is. But yeah, this team played awful on the bases. Bryson Stott earns a walk. You're excited about it. Leadoff walk. Nope. He ends up getting picked off over at first base. He gets tagged out at second. You don't win baseball games like that. No. You become a 100-loss team playing that dumb. Now, they're not a 100-loss team, but those are the type of details that not smart teams seem to have trouble with. I just thought that there was something drilled into this roster prior to the season beginning about how this would be different. I'm seeing a very quiet offense. How about Nick Castellanos in the 6th? Couple pitches he should never be swinging at, and then he stares at one at the bottom half of the strike zone to go down looking when JT Realmuto is in scoring position. It'd be nice if he could deliver once. I'm just saying. Trey's been nice. Bohm's been nice. Kyle Schwarber has been smoking some singles, and not only that, he's actually been producing on the bases too. You don't get 2 RBI off Bohm's hit if Kyle Schwarber doesn't tag up, and then Trey Turner takes off and takes second. Now you have 2 runners in scoring position, which is way different. So when Bohm pokes it to the right side, you score 2 runs. This isn't the first time I'm highlighting Kyle Schwarber running around. So for all the fools that thought that Mars shouldn't go lefty-lefty because Rojas is some king, shame on you. And for all the fools that thought that Kyle Schwarber is too fat and he just blocks the bases so Trey Turner can't do anything, wrong again. Wrong again. You can't just score 2 runs, though, and then go poof into the night. Evaporate for the rest of the game until the 10th inning when you're in extra innings. And seriously, it is a shame because I wanted to point out how awesome Christopher Sanchez is. But now it's sort of just talked about in passing. He was battling out of traffic. It was awesome. And then he just straight up settled in. So the first 2 innings, guys were getting on, and he was having a rougher time. But once he locked in, it was consecutive batters. They couldn't even touch the baseball. It was great. It was so good. Creating swings and misses, utilizing versatility with his pitch sequence. Ew. If you get that out of Christopher Sanchez as your number 4, fucking fire me up, baby. The problem is I don't trust this bullpen. And I said that there's been some stupidity from the Phillies. It's not just managerial. It's not just decision-making in the batter's box, but also Dave Dombrowski putting Connor Brogdon in a position here when he shouldn't make the team. He did nothing to deserve making this team at all. Yet because they're worried about his options, what are you worried about? The kid can't find the strike zone. Ball after ball after ball. And this was a night where there were 2 games on. You had your Phillies, you had your Flyers. And of course, there was the women's college NCAA tournament. It was very hectic. But the reason I point that out is I had the Flyers on the main TV. I was watching upstairs so I could hang out with my wife. We had the Flyers on the main TV. I had the Phillies on my iPad on my lap. And it was a very hostile environment for the Fly guys. I'm paying attention there. Every time I looked down at my iPad and heard Tom McCarthy say something, ball. Connor Brogdon, here's the pitch, ball. Connor Brogdon, here's the pitch, ball. Connor Brogdon, the pitch, ball. When are you going to throw a strike? Ever? He finally does, and then follows that up with a grand salami. Don't do this to me. And now we have Spencer Turnbull going next. Look, the last time I wasn't feeling confident about a Phillies win, it was because they did not have the sharpest lineup, and then they ended up winning that game against the Braves. So I'm not roaring it out, but I also have no idea what the weather is going to be like. It did seem at the beginning of the week that Monday's game, which was this game, was the only one that they were probably going to definitely fit in. And when you look at the radar, it says 70% rain all day. It does go down to 60% at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. It goes down to 50% at 8 p.m. So obviously that could change a lot by the time you're listening to this for Tuesday. Well, I don't know. I don't know exactly how they're going to get some of these games. And if Bryce Harper's timing's off right now, and then there's the rain, Mother Nature, it's going to push some things back even more. It's even hurting you more because, well, you can't find your rhythm, and it's probably going to continue to stay ugly. Until, I don't know, he has one game where he gets 2 hits, and once that happens and he starts to pop off, he did rope one up the middle that went right to the pitcher's glove, so he did get unlucky there. It was tattooed and squared up rather nicely, but when you're in this type of funk, it's hard to grab onto that positive because you just look at the total package and realize his batting average is still sitting with 3 goose eggs next to it. 3 goose eggs. 4 games into the season. 0 for 5 today.